Hello guys, my today's topic is Newtonian fluid and non-Newtonian fluid. First of all, I'll introduce myself. Myself, MD Tariq Anwar. I am working as an assistant professor at St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management, Gurugram. So, my topic is Newton's law of viscosity, or which is known as Newtonian fluids. There are two types of fluid, Newtonian fluids and non-Newtonian fluids. What is Newtonian fluids? Newtonian fluid is the fluid in which shear stress is directly proportional to rate of angular deformation or velocity gradient. This is the definition, means that what is called Newtonian fluid. You can see the mathematical relation of Newtonian fluid. Tau directly proportional to d theta upon dt. Clear? Or tau directly proportional to du upon dy. That is velocity gradient. Clear? If we remove the proportionality sign, so it will become tau equal to mu du upon dy. So final expression will be tau equal to mu du upon dy. Examples of Newtonian fluid: air, water, petrol, diesel, kerosene, mercury, oil, etc. See the graph of Newtonian fluid. Hence, we know that it is directly proportional to rate of angular deformation or velocity gradient. So, it is clear from the graph. Y-axis is tau and x-axis is du upon dy. Slope, which is mu, will be constant. This graph is showing Newtonian fluid. Now, very important point, that is note points. For a Newtonian fluid, viscosity remains constant and it will not change with rate of deformation. Clear? Now we will discuss about effect of variation of temperature on viscosity. Let us take an example of liquids and gases. You know that liquids molecules are closer to each other and gases molecules are not closer to each other, means that they are in random shape. Clear? So what will be the effect of increasing the temperature on liquid and on gases? Means that what will be the effect on viscosity? Clear? So it is clear from the diagram, which is liquid molecules is closer to each other, whereas in gases vice versa. Clear? So if we increase the temperature in case of liquid, cohesive forces will decrease and mu will decrease, whereas in case of gases, if we increase the temperature, molecular disorderness is increased and mu will increases. This is the graph for both the cases, left side for liquid and right side for gases. So initially liquid has more viscosity and gases has less viscosity. It is clear from the graph. So this is the definition which I have already explained, so no need to read about it. Okay, this is the final graph, which is in red color. For liquid, viscosity decreases with increase in temperature, and for gases, viscosity increases with increase in temperature. Now we all know generally liquids are more viscous than gases. Clear? So next note point is viscosity varies very little with pressure, but at very high pressure there is an increase in viscosity. Means that अगर हम ज़्यादा फोर्स लगाएंगे तो दे विल बी कॉम्पैक्ट कंडीशन. क्लियर? So viscosity will be more in that case. Clear? Now we will discuss unit of viscosity. We know the formula tau equal to mu du upon dy. So putting the value or unit value of these term, we know that tau is the shear stress. We can write in place of tau Newton per meter square. We have to find unit of viscosity, that is mu, so it will remain same. Du is the velocity, you know that velocity is meter per second, and dy is meter, this is the distance. So after rearranging the term, we will get the answer mu equal to nu into second per meter square. We can also write Newton per meter square as Pascal. So we can say Pascal second. Or we can also write, which I have already explained in right side writing. So you can say this is kg per meter per second. Kg meter second. And dimensional formula you can derive by this relation. So now we will discuss next important concept, which is related to Newtonian fluid. Clear? Equation of force for linear velocity profile. We know that tau equal to mu du upon dy. See the left side diagram. I have drawn two triangles. I had already explained yesterday derivation of the viscosity, from where it has come. So we know that a smaller triangle distance is dy and velocity of du. Clear? And larger y and velocity is v. By comparing or by mathematical relation from similar triangle, we can write du upon dy equal to v upon y. So putting the value of du upon dy in the equation, tau equal to mu v upon y. So final expression will be, after putting the value or unit of tau, f equal to mu av upon y. Clear? This equation is only valid for linear velocity profile. Clear? Now next important point is, what is the viscosity of water at 20 degrees Celsius? Generally it is taken as 10 raised to minus 3 Newton second per meter square. And one more thing, water is 50 to 55 times more viscous than air. Now we will discuss non-Newtonian fluid. I have already discussed there are two types of fluid, non-Newtonian and Newtonian. So there are three types of non-Newtonian fluids. So what is non-Newtonian fluid? Fluids which do not obey Newton's law of viscosity is known as non-Newtonian fluids. And a study of non-Newtonian fluid is known as rheology. Case 1 or type 1, which is dilatant fluid. In this case, B equal to 0 and N is greater than 1. So first of all, we will discuss what is governing equation for non-Newtonian fluid, which is given as tau equal to A du upon dy raised to n plus b. So we can write for this type of fluid B equal to 0. So equation will be A equal to du upon dy raised to n. Again we can write after arranging the powers, means that n raised to minus 1 into du upon dy raised to 1. Clear? This will become same as the above equation. So which is circular or encircled with red color. This is known as A du upon dy raised to n minus 1 mu apparent. Clear? This equation is known as Ostwald equation. So, what is dilatant fluid? Clear? Means that B will be 0 for dilatant fluid and N will be greater than 1. Means that velocity gradient or velocity profile will increase. See the definition for a dilatant fluid. B will be 0 and N greater than 1. In case of dilatant fluid, apparent viscosity increases with rate of deformation. Then fluids are also known as shear thickening fluid. Means that shear will increase, shear thickening. Clear? Example of rice starch, sugar in water, printing ink, etc. This is the graph of dilatant fluid. Clear? If we increase phi 2 greater than phi 1, what is what do you mean by this phi 2 greater than phi 1? Means that if we increase or if we move in rightward direction, means that du upon dy, so there will be increase in viscosity. Now we will discuss second part of non-Newtonian fluid, which is known as pseudoplastic fluid. For this case, B equal to 0 and N less than 1. So, it is clear. Same case is here. Fluid is said to be a pseudoplastic if B equal to 0 and N less than 1. So, for a pseudoplastic fluid, the apparent viscosity decreases with rate of deformation. These fluids are also known as shear thinning fluid. Means that mu will decreases or mu apparent will decreases. Examples are blood, milk, colloidal solution, etc. Next is Bingham plastic fluid, or it is also known as ideal plastic. Means that these type of fluids acts as a solid initially, then it will act as a fluid after some time. It is clear from the graph which I have drawn on the right side of the page. Clear? For this case, B not equal to 0 and N equal to 1. So putting the value of B and N in the equation, or you can say in the governing equation, it will become tau equal to A du upon dy plus B. This is similar the case of the slope y equal to mx plus c. Clear? So, in case of Bingham plastic fluid, if the shear stress is less than B, it acts like a solid, and after that it behaves like a fluid. Example is toothpaste. Clear? Toothpaste को उल्टा लटका के देखो, ये नहीं गिरेगा. If you apply a pressure on it, then it will flow. Next example is sewage sludge, drilling mud, etc. Now we will discuss effect of variation of time on viscosity. Some fluids decrease in viscosity with time. As the time increases, viscosity decreases. These fluids are known as thixotropic fluids. Examples are paints, lipstick, enamel, crude oil, etc. Rheopectic fluid. Next part is rheopectic. These fluids in which viscosity increases with time. Examples are gypsum solution in water. Here I have drawn a diagram for mu with respect to time. Clear? So, middle line is time independent. Upper one is rheopectic fluid, which is showing type of gypsum in water, bentonite solution, etc. Lower one is paints, lipstick, which is thixotropic. Clear? Now we will solve some problems on the previous concepts. Read the question first. Flat plate of 0.1 meter square area is pulled at 30 centimeter per second relative to another plate located at a distance of 0.01 centimeter from it. Then fluid, sorry, the fluid separating them is water with viscosity equal to 0.001 Newton second per meter square. Then find power required to maintain the velocity. So here we have to find power. So you all know the formula of power is given as force into velocity. So we can write P equal to F into V. I have already derived the expression for linear velocity profile. Clear? So you know F equal to mu AV upon Y. So putting the value of F in this equation or in the power equation, it will become P equal to mu AV upon Y into V. So this will be P equal to mu AV square upon Y. By putting the value of mu AV square and Y, we will get the answer, that is power is 0.09 watts. Clear? Next question. This is the objective question. It will explain you the type of question which is generally asked in government exam or public sector exams. Clear? Block of mass m slides on a horizontal table on oil film of thickness h. The mass m causes the moment. Then find the expression for velocity of block. A is the area of the block. Here is the pulley or which a small mass m, or you can say mass which is denoted by a small m is hanging. So force in the downward direction will be m into g. Clear? It will transmit or transfer to the mass m, which is capital M or block M, and gap between them is h. It is given in the question. So you can solve this by using the formula of linear velocity profile. You know that F is equal to mu AV upon Y. So V will be F into Y equal to MA. Clear? Therefore, it will become, if in place of F you can write M into G, in place of Y H and mu A. So our answer will be, or option will be B, mgh upon mu A. Now we will solve another question, that is the following shear stress strain relationship was obtained for a fluid when the fluid under consideration is. This is the data or the table is given in the question itself. Du upon dy, or you can say change in velocity gradient at different instant of time 0 to 3, or tau is 0, 1.4 and 2.6. What type of fluid is this? So it is clear from the diagram, or you can solve this by another method. You know that governing equation is tau equal to a du upon dy n plus b. Clear? So the value of du upon dy is 0 for the value of tau equal to 0. So from this equation b will become 0, means that here b equal to 0. Clear? So now we will discuss or explain remaining part is putting the value of table in this equation after getting v value is 0. So tau equal to a du upon dy raised to n. So make two equation from the table. For first case, value of tau is 1.4, a is same, and du upon dy is 2 raised to power n. This is equation 1. Next is value of tau is 2.6 and a is same, and du upon dy is 3. So this is equation 2. After solving and arranging the term, we will get the value is 1.857 equal to 1.5 raised to n. By applying anti-log, we will get the answer n equal to 1.53. Clear? Now next question is match the following. For example, what is the answer of a specific weight, density, shear stress, viscosity on the right side of the elements? L upon t square, f upon l cube, f upon l square, ft upon l square, ft square upon l raised to 4. But there is a slight change, means that f stands for force here. So basically I have to solve for f itself. Clear? A specific weight, you know that W is equal to Newton per meter cube equal to F upon L cube. Know that force, Newton is the force, so you can write in place of N F and meter is L. Clear? So F upon L cube. Clear? Next is omega is known as rho into G. I have already explained in the last lecture. So rho equal to W upon G. Putting the value of W in this equation, we will get Ft square upon L raised to 4 in the final form. Next case is tau equal to force upon area. So in place of area you can write L into L. So it will become L square. Final expression will be F upon L square. Similar is the case for mu. In place of n, put F. In place of second, put T. And in place of M, put L. So final expression will be Ft upon L square. Now we will solve the last problem of today's lecture. A fluid of viscosity of 1 Newton second per meter square has the velocity distribution given by u equal to 0.9y minus y square. Then find the shear stress at y equal to 0.45. You know very well tau is known as tau is equal to mu du upon dy. This is the basic equation. So differentiating the term which is given in the equation, that is u du upon dy, we will get 0.9 minus 2y. No need to take 1. Clear? So here he is asking at y equal to 0.45 the velocity gradient value. So putting in place of y 0.45, we will get the value as 0. So put the value of du upon dy at y equal to 0.45 in the given equation, that is tau mu du upon dy. So mu into du upon dy 1 into 0. So here shear stress value will be 0 Newton per meter square. So guys, today's lecture is finished. I'll discuss next part of fluid mechanics in next lecture, and we will discuss this type of lecture series in continuation. Thank you very much.